G'day folks, and good morning. This is just a bit of a human interest, historical interest if you will, video. I know that some people out there, especially recently, I got a subscriber, I think from New Zealand, who is part of a historical cemeteries group, for want of a better word, collective. So this is a clip of a very old historical and very little known cemetery in the Shoalhaven area, New South Wales South Coast. This is a fig tree. This used to be part of an orchard. Another fig tree there, lemon tree there, lime tree there. That's all cow corn. This is all dairy country, so that's all cow corn over there. I'll be harvesting that very soon. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the area first before I wander around and do a little wander. Look at all those spiders. And they say that spiders aren't a gregarious lot. That is a massive amount of yellow and black fellas. Look at that. Wow, that's turning into a nature clip. This used to be part of the estate, the original estate of Alexander Berry, of who the town Berry is named after. Another fig tree. So this cemetery was originally called Riverbank. It's on the south side of the Shoalhaven. There it is down there. Oh, look at those spiders. That's amazing. There's the Shoalhaven down there anyway. I won't wander down there. You can take my word for it. And up there, that machinery, that's part of the harvesting in process. They're harvesting the corn on the other side of the field here. So this is between Numbaa and Terera on the Comerong Island Road. The first burials in this lovely old place were in 1856. The writing on these headstones is almost illegible. I can read Anderson on that. John Anderson? Yeah. 1856. Now in 1862 there was some serious floods in this area. I will say as well, oh look at this, isn't this beautiful? Gotta watch out for spider webs. Under this tree here, I would say this grave is a lot older than this tree. Just laying flat on the ground like that. Quite a few names there. Part of the old plinth or wall around it there, I guess. Local sandstone. What was I going to say now? Yes, Terera used to be the original main settlement. In 1862 there was devastating floods. They hadn't built the dam yet up near Yarwall yet. And so the whole area was one big catchment area. And there was some devastating floods which caused numerous deaths and amazing damage. But the graveyard survived that 1862 flood. Then in Elizabeth Hawken. Then in 1870 there was another devastating flood. And it was after that 1870 flood that they decided to move the town and make the main centre of the town Nowra, which it is now. I'll just keep on having a little wander. So yes, so Terera was actually a bustling area, dairy farms, and they tried all sorts of stuff here. The floodplains up here are beautiful. I live closer to the coast where it's all just sand and it's very hard to grow anything but local sort of native coastal things. But down here, they grow everything in this rich, loamy, black soil. Pumpkins, potatoes, corn, beautiful, great dairy area, of course, and even avocados and stuff like that they can grow here. So you can see up there, there's another property up there, one over there, and all just fields. I had to drive right down sort of through quite a long way. This one's in pretty good nick. Look at the down here. Another headstone there in the grass, one there. It really is a lovely spot. Let's have a little bit more of a wander. So yeah, so they moved the main business area of the town, the shops and stores and stuff like that, into Numbaa, which is on higher ground. Later on, they dammed the very top of the Shoalhaven River. So it's still a very flood-prone area, but it never floods like it did a century or so ago. Got a couple of cars up here, but I don't think anyone's there at the moment. And more fig trees. Mulberry tree by the looks of it. Yeah, there's graves in there. Look at that, there's quite a few. Little one there. Under these trees. Thomas Hall. And then under the tree there. It just goes to show, some people, graveyards affect different people in many different ways. Some, look at these spiders. Wow. Just look at them all. It's all those beautiful yellow and black fellas. Another beautiful big headstone in there. Just there. Look, at least the spiders are looking after everything. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, graveyards. I hope you don't mind me rambling, but might as well talk while I'm filming. Someone in the garden over there. Good on them. But you can see how old these are. I'm walking over a lot of people's remains. There is well over 100 graves in here. And there's only a dozen or so headstones that are still standing. To me, graveyards, you can almost see, you can see the rows here. How many graves there would have been. They're all still resting under my feet at the moment. So I hope they don't think I'm being disrespectful, but I have to traipse around somehow. To me, graveyards, it's a thing of impermanence, of flux, time, how fleeting everything is and impermanent everything is. You know, sometimes memories will outlast the stone, I guess. People's love for someone passes from generation to generation, and especially if that person has left some very lasting gift to the world, some famous, brilliant musician, Beethoven type of person or something like that. Sometimes the stone outlasts the memory. It's a very sort of morose, melancholy kind of day too, to be wandering around in an ancient graveyard. Although I love this kind of weather, I really do. It's my favourite month, I think, March. It's yeah. Look, I can only one, two, about 4 under the tree, half a dozen, 8, 9, 10, a dozen, maybe 15 headstones left. You can see the layout. You can see how the rows were. Actually, there's a plaque down here I'll show you. It's a graveyard's a great spot to philosophise. Very great leveler, very grounding. You know. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'll just take you up here and show you this plaque. You'll get a good idea of how many graves were here. This looks like there's an old bench, stone bench seat. Beautiful old plinths, sandstone plinths. Fantastic mason work. Who have we got here? Hugh Halloran, beloved husband of Mary Ann. Age 42. So young. Jesus. Beautiful spot. Quiet and isolated. If it wasn't for that harvester over there, the only sound would be the crickets and the birds right now. I'll just take you over to where I parked. So some people might find this interesting. I do anyway. And I know that, like I said, there's a few old grave societies. Okay, here we are now. Look at this list of names. Anderson, yeah, we saw that one, didn't we? They start at 1855 and they finish at 1908. I'm sure some of these families are still living in the area. Here you go. Burials in Numbaa Cemetary. First known as Riverbank, yep, and then Cook's Wharf, okay. And now Numbaa, it's called Numbaa. And here's a layout of some of the graves, although there was only a fraction of those that I could find. So that's the old Numbaa Cemetery. That's Coolangatta down there. Coolangatta, if you like. And the Bowlong Road follows the other side of the river. So if you want to, we'll just wander down one more time. If you want to visit this place, it isn't easy to find because you'll go past a lot of farms, and it's easy to pass the gate because it looks like it just goes straight into someone's farmhouse. But you follow the road straight, goes past a couple of houses and cuts straight down. Wouldn't call it a road. And you'll come to the gate anyway. And it says historical cemetery or something like that. I'll just wander down here to the river. A quick look. There's some good firewood there. Nearly coming to that time of year, isn't it? I can't believe these spiders. Wow. Oh, nah, it's just a wall of web here now. Nah. Anyway, there's the river. Nice broad sections. See the farmland on the other side. Can't film anywhere here without getting spiders in the shot. Waiting for Shalob to come leaping out at me. I'm not a big fan of spiders, I must say. But I do find them fascinating, especially when they're in numbers like this. Incredible. The type of orb weaver, these yellow and black guys. There are literally tens of thousands of them. All sizes. Wow. Anyway, sorry, that was getting a bit off track. I'm easily distracted. That's the Numbaa Historical Cemetery, or also known as the Terera Historical Cemetery. It's at the bottom of a few farms. Look it up if you're in the area. Come down and have a look. It's worth a look. Even if it's just for the spiders. You know what? That lemon is almost ripe. I'm going to take that. And if these figs were ripe too, I'd take a few of them, but they're not. I'm guessing that this land does not belong to the farms that it backs onto. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera off now. See you later. I'm going to take a few still shots. I hope I didn't waffle on too much. See you guys.